Bonjour Ismail.
Bonjour, Anan.
Hello, Ismail.
Kodingo. Are you the one welcoming me, or I am?
No, we're welcoming you.
Well, I'm welcoming you guys to the last Tuesday of High Tech, and this is the last Tuesday of the year 2016.
Well, welcome to the house to welcome us to the last Tuesday.
That's wonderful.
Of High Tech.
Well, since this is the last Tuesday of 2016, we put together an interesting a bouquet of some tech news we covered over the year, and these are around latest technologies, African startups, and online phenomena that kept us glued to our phones and computers. Let's look back at some of these developments during the year, starting with the story of Simon Petrus. This is a high school student and an inventor in Namibia. He built a phone that does not need a SIM card or airtime, but can make free calls. You can see him on your screen, and Simon has this phone which had an inbuilt television set, a radio, a light bulb, and a fan, including sockets that can charge other devices. It's powered by an inbuilt radiator, which is chargeable. All that is needed to make that free, uninterrupted call is to be in an area where there are radio frequencies. It took Simon 2 years to put this device together using spare parts from a telephone and a television set. His unemployed parents also helped so much in putting that device together by sourcing for funds for his invention. And this invention cost $145 US. We have to look for Simon to see if he has made any progress with the invention and if he has received some money or some support after the publicity. So you see, Simon, he blew up in the African continent because so many people were talking about him, but nothing comes after that.
Well, you'll be surprised at what might come. My grandmother always said, everyone has his own time.
Well, we pray for that time to come.
Yeah.
But anyone who knows Simon,
yes,
he is. Anyone who knows Simon can tweet at us at Africanews and tell us any development on him, or he himself can do that as well. Still on inventions, I hope you remember the university student in Uganda who made the headlines for the right and wrong reasons. 23-year-old Makerere University student leader Samuel Mugarura invented tear gas using local materials like sugar, salt, and food color. He showcased his invention to the public only to be arrested by the police and released later on bond for attempting to assemble a bomb and having opium in his possession at his residence. Mugarura, popularly known as Idi Amin on campus, claims the police are jealous of his invention. President Museveni is reported to have called him for a meeting and they discussed his invention. We hope that meeting was fruitful. So Africa is rising, I think.
Well, Africa is rising, but you see, in a country like Uganda, you can never know what's right or wrong. You have to do it to experiment, to find out from the police if it's wrong.
If it's wrong, yes. So it's a bit controversial.
Well, I wish we can forget about the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 explosions after they developed mass battery defects since they were released in October. Some of the phones were replaced and continued to explode. There was an explosion on an aeroplane in the United States, which prompted an evacuation due to the smoke it emitted. Airline companies issued warnings to passengers not to use the exploding phones on flights and warned against the phone being added to checked-in luggage when traveling. After battery explosions and subsequent recall, the company announced last week that it will render the phones useless and inoperable after its latest update. People are refusing to return the phones, and about 133,000 phones in the US have been unaccounted for. Note 7 owners can still return their phones or exchange them for other Samsung devices. And I don't know why people are refusing to return the phones.
All I know is, ce que je sais, c'est que ça fait peur parce que dans l'avion maintenant on vous dit si jamais vous avez un téléphone Samsung Galaxy Note.
Well, you can't go to a plane.
Yes,
right,
but it's scary because you feel like people will hide it and have it still.
Well, someone decided to play a prank on an aeroplane, and he changed his hotspot tethering name to Galaxy Note 7. So people will be looking at Wi-Fi. So
don't ever do that, or you could be arrested. Well, last but not least, we had the tweets between Kenyans and everyone else in Africa. And tweef is a slang that means holding public argument via tweets or Facebook status updates. Kenyans were at it with Nigerians.
Beef and tweets.
Yes, so beef
Tweet
and
and
tweef. And even beef is a slang.
Yeah, it's like
Right, beef is slang.
Yeah.
I'd really love to know it came from.
And you know, Kenyans like Kodingo were at it with Nigerians, Ghanaians, and South Africans, especially during Facebook CEO's visit to Nigeria and Kenya. These battles were over food like jollof, eba, and ugali, while others were over women and cultural differences. Some believe it is not healthy for the continent's unity, while others believe it informs Africans and the world of the rich culture and history they possess through mockery. The wars will continue, but let's keep it safe and clean. That's very important.
honestly, I don't understand the whole controversy. It's funny. C'est marrant. C'est drôle.
Yes, it's funny, but some people don't
I
take
think it's
it easy.
harmless.
Some people take it very, very seriously. They don't
But
want to
it
be
also tells you the amount
mocked.
of unemployed idle people who just spend time on Twitter.
No.
And they're not
Forcément,
using
no.
Twitter productively.
Pas
Well,
forcément.
time won't allow us to highlight the other top tech developments in the year, including
malheureusement.
upgrades to Instagram, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Google, and the newly released Pokemon Go and iPhone 7. Thank you for watching High Tech every Tuesday morning. Africa is rising, and I wish us glad tidings in 2017. See you in 2017 next week.
Thank
This
you
is High
very
Tech.
much, Ismail.
Thank you.
See you in 2017 then.
Sure.
See you next year. See you
Okay.
next year, man.